Be honest. How many hours have you spent perfectly perfecting your Instagram grid? Now imagine waking up and finding a completely different layout. Well, if you haven't opened up Instagram lately, a new grid is awaiting you. And while it might seem like complete chaos at first, I'm going to show you in today's episode how to make it work for you. Welcome to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast. This is your go-to source for actionable advice and the latest news in social media and digital marketing. Every Thursday in just 8 to 12 minutes, I'm going to be delivering quick, impactful tips to help you stay ahead in the fast-paced digital landscape. I'm your host, Katie Brinkley. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast episode. And today we're going to be talking about Instagram's new vertical grid. So if you haven't logged into the gram for the past few days, for the past week or so, well, you're in for a surprise. There is a new Instagram grid. And maybe you've logged in, but you really haven't noticed anything yet. Or maybe it hasn't really stood out to you. Well, the days of obsessing about that perfect square grid layout, well, folks, those days are behind us. And I don't want you to freak out just yet, because today's episode is going to teach you how to roll and adapt to these new changes and how to make this new feed work for you. And so you might be saying, okay, Katie, what do you mean? What's the big deal? What's the difference with having a square versus a rectangle? So Instagram has a new vertical profile grid. So instead of the usual 1080 by 1080 square that Instagram was, it used to be that way in the grid, the profile feed. You had the perfect square and that's how your profile looked. Well, now it's different. Now you have these taller thumbnails, and you might be saying, why the change? Well, it's about making your content look better on mobile, and it's really leaning into Instagram's obsession with reels and vertical videos. Yes, it's trying to be more like TikTok, folks. TikTok was banned for all of 12 hours, and it's back, and this is what TikTok does. They have the vertical video. It takes up more of the screen for their thumbnails. And so Instagram's joining the cool kids. So they want their vertical feed to be on that profile feed. So if you're panicking and you're saying, well, wait a second, I spent all that time making this perfectly curated feed, Katie. It looked amazing. Trust me, I get it, but there's good news. And head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, he says tools are coming to help you customize your thumbnails and rearrange your grid. So hang tight, that is coming. But if you're looking and you're saying right now, it looks like a mess and I don't like the way that it looks, just sit tight. And you might be sitting here saying, well, Katie, this just all seems pretty superficial. Why does this matter for me? Why does this matter for my brand? So if you spent a lot of time crafting a visually appealing and visually cohesive grid, this update might feel like a bit of a curveball. This is your opportunity to stand out. The reason why I like this new vertical grid feed is because vertical thumbnails mean your content takes up more real estate on someone else's screen. If you're just using that square thumbnail, that's less of the screen that you are taking up. So you're already giving somebody else in the feed the opportunity to be seen, and you're losing the person's attention. Gone are the days where people had 3-second attention spans. Now it's like 1.3 seconds. So how can you get someone to stay in your content for longer? Well, it's by taking up more of their screen space. And so by having these vertical thumbnails, these vertical sized images, you're taking up more real estate in someone's feed. And then again, taking up more prime real estate. Additionally, this makes it easier for the Reels integration, which are already vertical. So your pictures are going to look right at home with this vertical feed format. And then last but not least, the fresh perspective. So think of this as a chance to really refresh your grid and make it more dynamic. It's time to ditch the 2021 perfectly branded pink, blue, white, alternating, but it's time to ditch all that. It's time to lean in to what's working right now and how you can get people to say, oh, I know that this is what they do, how they can help me, and this is what I can learn from them. So that's what your feed should be saying, and any post that they click on should be valuable.
Let's take a quick break. I have to tell you about something that I'm super excited about. If you've been podcasting for a while and you want to start actually making money from your show, you are going to love this. I have an upcoming masterclass where I'm going to teach you exactly how to land top paying sponsors, even if you have a small but loyal audience. It is time to stop waiting for sponsors to knock on your door and start reaching out to the ones that really want your audience. Ready to make it happen? Head to katiebrinkley.live/RMM or head to the link in the show notes. Grab your spot today. All right, let's get back to the show.
All right, let's get into the actionable stuff. So how can you actually adapt to Instagram's new vertical grid? So look to see what you have on your current Instagram grid. Scroll through your profile. Make sure that everything that you have right there is relevant. Are you still offering the same services? Is everything still relevant to your company and your brand? See how your posts look and in this new format. If it looks stupid, archive anything that's clashing with that new vibe that you're going for. 2, go vertical from this moment out. Design all your photos, all your graphics with this new vertical orientation. Yes, no more landscape photos, no more square 1080 by 1080 photos. If you're using Canva, use the 4x5, the portrait orientation. Trust me, this will save you tons of headaches later, so just go vertical from here on out. Number 3, if you haven't been doing your reels yet, start now. Now is the time. It's time to do reels. 2025, do the reels. They're vertical, they're trending, and they're going to help you stand out in this new layout. And then number 4, stay flexible. If there's one thing I've learned after doing social media for 2 decades, it's that social media is always evolving. And once you start to get comfortable with it and really feel like you have an understanding of it, that's right when it's going to change. So don't stress about perfection. Just keep showing up and experimenting. I do want to share something that's been a game changer for me. Remaining consistent has been the best part for my business. And I know that it can be hard to remain consistent as a business owner. And the thing that's helped me stay consistent is this little secret. Well, it's not really much of a secret anymore, but it's called Magic Mind. And it's not your average productivity shot. Honestly, it is a part of my daily routine. So it helps me stay sharp and it helps me get things done. But here's the best part. So for all you entrepreneurs out there, I know that the best time that our mind seems to think that getting things done tends to be 3 a.m. That's when my to-do list used to start. So pairing Magic Mind with their sleep elixir, these two are the secret weapon for crushing it during the day and resting at night as an entrepreneur. So I've been using this productivity shot to stay focused when I'm juggling all the social media and business growth things. And the sleep elixir, it's a total game changer for waking up refreshed and ready to go. You can grab both of them with my special bundle deal. Only for Rocky Mountain Marketing listeners, you can get 45% off. That's half off, but only if you use this special code. So make sure you use the special code RockyJan. It's at magicmind.com. Again, RockyJan. And you guys know that I only share things on this show of stuff that I actually use. Love Magic Mind, love their sleep elixir. Check it out at magicmind.com and then use the code RockyJan for 45% off. Seriously, if you have a packed schedule like me, you will love it. And here's the thing, change can be interesting. Honestly, this is always where growth happens. This new vertical grid might seem like a big inconvenience and you're having to change things, but honestly, this is your chance. This is your chance to highlight your best work. It's a time to clean up any of your old content that's really not in alignment anymore. It's a chance to optimize and see, okay, well, hey, this type of content worked really well in the past. Let's go ahead and try that again, but with this new vertical grid format. It's a chance for you to experiment with new content styles. It's a chance for you to try some new visuals. It's a chance for you to try standing out with some new trends. And maybe, again, if you haven't been doing reels, now you can start doing reels. I think this is the biggest takeaway that I want you to walk away with from today's quick cast. Instagram's vertical grid, well, I'd like to say it's here to stay, but Instagram's always evolving, but for now it's here to stay. So let's embrace it. Audit your current profile, create vertical friendly content, and start playing with reels if you haven't already. Change, it can be uncomfortable, but it's also your chance to level up. So spend some time, after today's podcast episode, go through your Instagram grid, take a look and see how things look in this new vertical format. Things that look weird, go ahead and archive them. And now's a chance to say you know what? It looks weird, but how can I take that post and repurpose it in this new vertical format? Maybe it's an opportunity for you to create another graphic, a carousel post, maybe even a reel. And I'd love to see what you think of the vertical grid format. If you haven't even seen it yet, I have a couple clients where the new vertical grid hasn't rolled out yet. But again, if it hasn't rolled out yet on your Instagram feed, folks, it's coming. You're late to the party. Probably when you go and update your phone or next time you turn off your phone and turn it back on, you'll see that new feed. But I'm curious if you have yet to see that new vertical feed come through. And if you enjoyed this episode, of course, always please share it with a friend who is navigating the world of entrepreneurship and could benefit from today's episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, keep on building, keep growing, and keep on making those changes work for you.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. I hope you're leaving with valuable insights and the inspiration to lead your market. If you've enjoyed our time together and found today's podcast episode useful, I have a small favor to ask of you. Please hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episodes. And if you know someone who could benefit from these episodes, maybe a fellow business leader or an aspiring entrepreneur, go ahead and share this episode with them. Let's spread the knowledge and grow together. Also, I'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation beyond the podcast. Visit me at katiebrinkley.com to connect, to find more resources, or just to share your journey. And be sure to pick up your copy of my new book, The Social Shift, at katiebrinkley.com/book. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I can't wait to dive into more strategies and stories with you on the next episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Let's keep on taking your marketing to new heights.